everyone, Bethany here, and welcome to my channel. Today I am joining the Team Tiny Hop, and we have a theme of either background stamps or stencils. And so I am pulling out some of my favorite things, stamps. I have picked a theme of coffee with friends, and I'm just going to start playing around and see where we get to. So I've taken out my Stamparatus and I am using a textured brown tan. I don't know where I got this cardstock from. I just like it though. It's got some grainy texture to it though. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink up the middle. I'm not even going to really be focused on the edges just because most of the edges are going to get cut down anyways. And I am using the Color Hive flat white ink and just focusing really on the middle. And because I don't have anything holding it down, this is a one-time shot. Not even really going to use a smusher because I'm okay with a little distressing. You'll see how there's a little distressing. That was my goal. That was my aim. So awesome. Sometimes when you use background stamps, it's okay not to do a full coverage background stamp. It adds a little bit of interest and intrigue when you do that. So I like a lot of the sentiments that came with the coffee and conversation. So I am actually going to play a little bit more with creating more of a background. I've determined that the priority is going to be showing this friendship is a special blend of you and me, but I like a lot of the other sentiments in this set. So I'm going to just add it to the distress background. So I'm going to use the same flat white and inking up. Going to add the In Desperate Need of Coffee and Conversation. Set that to the side. I'll clean it in a minute. Then I will add Wishing You a Beautiful Day. Put that there. This one isn't as important because the person I have in mind for this may or may not remember my coffee order, but this one is still, I love you for memorizing my coffee order. It's still a cute sentiment. This one is definitely a top runner for a play on words. May the froth be with you. I actually have a friend who I regularly get coffee with, and she would love the May the froth be with you. So I'm gonna sneakily put that on the bottom. Yeah. And she is like, anytime I think of coffee and coffee cards, I think of her, even if I'm not necessarily making one for her. No, this one's great. You're a lot like coffee. I can't function without you. Put that one across. Let's see if we have one more smaller one. This smaller one is You Mean a Latte to Me. And I'm just going to fit it right here. And ironically, I have that saying in like probably 4 different stamp sets. So we're just going to keep with the theme though. Before I stamp out the top sentiment, I'm going to use a little bit of this frappe, and I'm just going to bring in a little extra color around the edges just to give a little focal point, some blending in, and really highlight that texture. I know I said some of this is going to get cut off. That's still true, but I'm going to come back if I have to cut off too much and the focal point disappears. And you'll notice that this ink pad is running low on ink. I will have to dig out the re-inker soon. This is one of my favorite colors between flat white and frappe. I think these are my most often used colors in the Color Hive inks, which says a lot about what I create. A lot of coffee themed items. All right, once I'm satisfied with that, then I'm going to go ahead and create the sentiment. Since I picked a lightly colored card base, a lightly colored lemon card base, I'm using a complementary yellow to let the sentiment stick out and tie in with the card base that I chose. And all I'm going to do is friendship is a special blend of you and me. And it's slightly distressed right by the F, and I'm okay with it because it ties in with everything else that I've used. Sometimes you got to just go with the flow. And now I'm going to go ahead and quickly fussy cut out my sentiment. I was originally thinking I would do it like a coffee board, but I'm in the mode of keep things simple lately, especially when it comes to when you want your focus to be something specific. It's very easy to go into the weeds a little bit too much and start over designing, is what in the design world I've been taught to call it, where we just keep adding too much and then it gets harder and harder to take it back. But I am going to take what's left on my blending brush and I'm just going to bring a hue of that in splotchily, no real rhyme or reason, just to bring that little color in. When it comes to coffee, there's always coffee stains and coffee cups that leave marks behind, which reminds me I should pull this one out. This is, again, probably my third coffee ring stamp I own. I love the look, and I've made so many different looks out of it. I've done backgrounds exclusively with the coffee ring. It's just fun to play with. So I'm going to add that. And before I start gluing and assembling, just going to add some coffee rings. Just going to add coffee rings and turning a little bit every couple of times. Stamping off a little bit. You see how I got the edge of the card base? That's on purpose. Won't do that one that drastic. There we go. Just to kind of help tie it in. And to keep it an odd number, I'm going to do it right there. All right. There we go. Simple, easy, fast. You can do this basically with any set or combination of sets that really just tie into each other with the same theme. And you'll see I'm using an old Thanksgiving thank you card as my card base. I am in the mode of recycle, recycle, recycle. So I'm just adding some Fairly Art glue because there is embossing underneath. I'll have to do a generous layer. And all I have to do now is pop the Friendship is a special blend of you and me up on foam tape. And pause. Alrighty, back to it. If it's not children, it's hubby's calling. Woohoo. Just slightly above center to keep that in focus. And I'm going to do one last crazy, crazy thing. I'm going to actually put a little hint of, actually I'm going to do two. Just little extras of the back end of the coffee rings. It doesn't read as well as I thought, but it's still pretty cute. All right, and that is a fast, easy way to do a background using a straightforward background stamp and also adding your different sentiments as an additional background texture. I really like this look. I hope you do too. Thank you for joining this hop. It is a hashtag driven hop. So if you would please visit all the other channels, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate your support. We are all small, under 1,000 channels, trying to grow ourselves, and we appreciate all of your support and efforts. Speaking of support, I do have a website that is doing a crazy amazing sale right now. If you're looking for any gifts for throughout the year, it's definitely the time to check this out. I really appreciate everyone who supported us this year so far. And yeah, it is a slower season for us, so I definitely have more time to focus on custom orders like I have to go do as soon as I'm done with this. But if you have ideas for gifts or for friends that you or family that you're trying to pre-plan for, let me know. Shoot us an email at bbproductionsboutique@gmail.com and we can get you situated and help you out. We do a lot of different things, and if you check out the website plus the 10% code down below, you will definitely not regret checking it out, even if it gives you ideas for the future. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and don't forget to find the joy in your day. Happy making! Bye!